Is it worth it? Let me work it. Flip it and reverse it. Ooh. Ooh.
Huh?
Hopefully I didn't just screw that up. Hi peoples, it's me Gabrielle, aka your girl fabgogg, back at it again with another video. But today is a little different because my face is in it.
Yes!
And also, we're doing a Q&A video, finally. It's been a little bit since I planned this, but it's fine. We're already at 26,000 subscribers, but it's fine. It's great. Mwah! Love you all. Hello to the like 1.5k people who have joined on since I hit 25k. I'm going to be doing a Q&A. I have your guys' questions. I have taken questions from a community post that I put on YouTube and also an Instagram question sticker, I guess, that I put on my story like a week ago. So let's just like get right into it.
How long is this going to take?
I don't know. Hi, nice to meet you, I guess. I don't know. Woo. We'll start with the first question. How was your day? My day so far is fine. I woke up like 2 hours ago. It snowed last night. All good things. What do you eat for breakfast? Eggs. I'm a big egg fan. I'm an egg girly. Not hard-boiled, but egg sandwiches are like my go-to. This morning, though, I had some fried eggs with a piece of toast.
Toast.
So, good stuff. Do you have any pets? Oh, dog barking. Wow. Right on cue. It's like he knew. I have a pet right here, actually. Hold on.
O cholera, czy to Freddy Fazbear? Oh.
Come here real quick. Come here, be on my video. Pet. Animal. This is my cat Casper. He likes sitting next to me while I draw and while I film videos, and he likes watching me edit. I put a lot of pictures of him watching me edit on my Instagram broadcast channel, so if you're interested in seeing cat pictures, go over there, I guess. Yeah, so this is Casper, and then just disturbed him from cleaning himself. And then I have a dog Ghost, but he's downstairs right now, even though he likes popping in to say hi to me, but the door is currently closed and he's like a bull in a china shop, so I'll put videos of him and pictures of him up on the screen. So yes, I do have pets and I love them very much. What are your favorite video games? Right now, my current obsession is the original Donkey Kong Countries, just for pure nostalgia reasons, and because when I was little and was playing on a Game Boy, those games stressed me out so much, but I just recently found out that you could play those games on a Switch. But yeah, those are my current obsession. I'm currently on Donkey Kong Country 2. It's so much fun, even though it's like really hard, but it's fine. That's why little me back then had so much stress, was because of those games. Favorite Bill Nye episode? This question is from my lovely boyfriend. The first one that popped into mind when he asked me this was the one about rocks, like the geology episode, when he was talking about igneous, sedimentary, and metamorphic rocks.
That's just a stupid boulder.
It's not just a boulder, it's a rock.
Favorite Pokemon? Okay, this might make people like die, but I'm not a Pokemon girly. I'm not about that. I never was. That wasn't really my thing. Pokemon, the first one that came to mind was the one that terrified me as a child, and it was the palm tree looking one.
Oogly boogly, bitch!
I don't know its name, but I'll put a picture of it. It just goes to show my knowledge of things, because I pretty much live under a rock and I know so many things about nothing, because I don't know things about anything. It's great. Life is great. How did you become so silly? I don't know. Maybe it's a genetic mutation. I don't know. I just was born silly, straight out of my mother, I guess.
Your mom.
Now let's get into some art-related questions. When did you start taking drawing seriously? I've taken drawing seriously for as long as I can remember. It's always been a hobby of mine forever. Because I know everyone's like, oh my god, I've been drawing since I could hold a pencil. That's like for real. Like I can't remember not like drawing. Like whenever we'd go out to dinner when I was younger, I'd either have like a coloring book or like some random like notebook paper that I'd be drawing on. Yeah, I don't know. I've been drawing for a while, but taking it seriously, I'd say elementary school, because in elementary school, I wanted to be a comic artist so bad. I would make like, these mini comics during recess. I'd just be sitting like on the curb drawing. That was around the time, I think, hold on, I'm gonna look this up. Diary of, wait, no, it was because I made my own version of Diary of a Wimpy Kid when I was like 9. When did it come out? 2007. So yeah, Diary of a Wimpy Kid came out in 2007, and like when I saw that in elementary school, I kind of wanted to do that, so I tried to do it. It was bad, but it's fine. Look at me now. Look at me now. We've come a long way, and it's now not writing about myself, but writing about characters that I created that are little pieces of myself. So yeah. How long does the average illustration take for you? I'd say for digital, it takes me between an hour to 3 hours, depending on the complexity of it. Sometimes a little bit more for like my more in detail realistic portraits or whatever. Those take me a couple hours over the span of a few days. Usually for like traditional drawings, like if you can see in the background, I have that one right over there. It's a painting of Milena that I did, Mortal Kombat, and that took me like a week. So traditional art is a lot different than digital art for me, but that's also because you have to wait for things to dry and smudging, and there's a lot of steps, and it's not as convenient as digital art, I guess. I need to do traditional art more because my eyes hurt. How do you get out of writing block? It's similar to art block. I made a video about how to get out of art block. Quite silly. You should go and check it out if you haven't, please. Like I said, similar to art block, but instead of watching people draw, I tend to find myself watching movies or shows just to get the cogs turning. Going outside, having like experiences, touching grass, that's important. Mainly just taking a break, taking the time to reflect on what it is you want to write about, what it is you're trying to convey to the person, and not like killing yourself over it, because that's just gonna make it worse. And like, don't force it, because that doesn't help anyone. How do you come up with so many video ideas? I don't know. I think of things that would help me as an artist, and then I make it. So like the art block video, that's useful information that could help people. I also take inspiration from you guys, and I ask you guys what you want to see, whether it be like drawing tutorials or whatever, whatnot. Who was your very first OC? Okay, so if we're getting technical, I had an OC named Spark, and she was like this rat, squirrel, werewolf thing. I think she was a werewolf, but she looked like a fox squirrel thing. And that was back a while ago. Like I was like 6 when I made her, but she was my first consistent character that I drew in like comics. In terms of OCs that you guys know, Jace was my first. I made him 10 years ago now. It was middle school, I made him, and because I wanted a boyfriend, but you know, people in real life weren't hitting for me, so I had to make a fictional boyfriend. And also characters in fictional media were not hitting for me, except for JoJo from Horton Hears a Who because he was hot and emo. So I kind of took inspiration from him to make Jace. Least favorite versus favorite OC. Favorite, you can already guess. I wonder who that is, you know, firstborn privileges. Yeah, favorite is Jace. Least favorite, that also speaks for itself. Ew! I'm not a fan of Seth, even though a lot of people are. And I'm not hating on y'all for liking him, but why? Everybody has their opinions, and that's fine. And you can like whoever you want to like. I'm not trying to brainwash y'all into liking certain characters or anything. Totally not doing that. Which character was the hardest to make? He gave me a hard time because he was at first a carbon copy of Jace. It was kind of cringe that I did that, but then I fully revamped him, and that was probably the best thing I did for his character, was revamping him. But it wasn't necessarily hard. I'd say the hardest to make was probably Kilo. I had his design down and stuff, but I'm still having a hard time figuring out his personality, but I just need to flesh him out a lot more. But he's also one of my younger characters that I have in terms of like how long I've had them, so I don't really know him that well, even though I made him back in 2018. It's been 6 years, so I gotta speed it up. Which one of my characters has the best personality, and who is the preferred out of all of them? Seth is like conceited and annoying. Keiko cries too much and is like spoiled, also annoying. Amori, who I like pretty much adopted from someone. You know who you are. She's cool, like she's chill. She's a little crazy. Jace also, like in terms of he kind of sucks too, because he's mean, but you know, some people are into that. So I'd say the most like friendly, easygoing, coolest character to like socialize with, and who most people would want to be friends with, is Iggy. He has the best personality out of all of them. He's very funny. I like him a lot, and my mom also likes him, so shout out to my mother. Your mom! If you were to choose to erase one of your OC's existence, which one would you choose? No, I don't think I would erase Seth's existence because he's important to the story and he is an important character. I mean, if we're being realistic, it'd probably be that like furry character that I made first without knowing what furries were. Because what was I doing with it? What inspired your OCs and like how did you come up with them? So, like I said before, Jace stemmed from middle school me wanting a boyfriend who was hot. Keiko, just a girl for Jace, and like complete opposite because I live for that. Like, whether it be height, whether it be aesthetic, personality type, like. And then for Amori, after post-adoption, I wanted her to be very femme fatale, very girl boss, but like cool girl boss, and not like cliche like, oh my god, I'm like as skinny as a pencil, but I can fight like fully grown men and flip them over my shoulder and kill them. It's like, no, she's a realistic femme fatale. She may be small, but she is mighty, but she also has the body for being mighty. And she knows her own strengths, so she's not gonna obviously be able to flip over a fully grown man, but she can scale them and claw their eyes out. Seth was inspired from TikTok. That was when I made him in 2019. And then Kilo was originally a part of a pair that me and my friend at the time made. Kilo was just for the coolness of having a character with a paper bag over his head. I don't know. Nothing really inspired him. I was just making a guy. I don't know. I'd just be making people. I'd just be making random people for the fun of it. When did you start thinking about the story and characters in your comic? A long time ago. Dispatera's Divide wasn't even like a thing until 2021. I was hyped up on Advil, Cold, and Sinus. It was cracked out of my mind. I didn't know that there was Sudafed in Advil, Cold, and Sinus. So I took it at like midnight and I would be up until like 4 a.m. at least. And I was having these like crazy dreams and like crazy thoughts of like, oh my God, like I have to rework this story. You know, there should be nothing that's stopping me from writing my own thing and doing my own thing and taking what I'm learning from college, because I'm a major in international relations and diplomacy and modern languages because I speak Chinese and Arabic. Ni hao, ahlan wa sahlan. My first year of college, I wanted to apply for the CIA. I applied, I got past the first round of stuff, and then I was on to the testing part of it. Didn't work out so well for me. It made me realize that I wanted nothing to do with that kind of stuff, but what's stopping me from writing about stuff like that and using my college classes that I'm taking still, because I'm not a quitter, to my advantage. So I was taking a lot of law classes, language classes, cultural classes. This stuff wasn't a waste, and that it was giving me the tools that I needed to write a story that I wanted to tell about screwed up governments and abuse of power, because, you know, in the world we live in today. Woo! Anyway, in my drugged out epiphany, I thought of the idea for Dispatera's Divide. Of course, it was very rough. I had a baseline and I worked on that, and the script took me like a year to do, and I had the characters already at my disposal. Like, I knew I wanted to do something with Jace, Seth, and Iggy, and then since those three were in it, I needed to include Keiko and I needed to include Amori, and I wanted Seth to have a right-hand man, so I was like, I loved Kilo's character design, so I was like, okay, I'm adding him into the mix because I can't have this character go to waste. So what inspired my webcomic? Drugs? No. School shows. So like Arcane, Battlestar Galactica. Believe it or not, a little bit of Breaking Bad. Oh, believe it or not, this whole entire show is about drugs, and my whole entire comic right now is about drugs. A little bit of Attack on Titan. What music inspires your comic most? Metal. I'm wearing a Motionless in White sweatshirt right now. Metal music and like EDM, but like specifically, cause like EDM is like ew, you know? Like ew. But like specifically either like old dubstep, like Skrillex and stuff, or drum and bass, anything that's really cinematic. That stuff is what I usually listen to when I'm drawing my comic. By the way, I have a Dispatera's Divide Spotify playlist. You should go check it out because it's really good, and it worked really hard to put these songs together over the past like 2 years. I also have individual playlists that my characters would listen to, so check it out. It's good music, and I have a good taste in music, and they all do too as a result, so. Do I have any other stories going on except Dispatera? No other stories that were as fleshed out and as meticulously thought out as Dispatera's Divide. What is all of the main crew's sexuality and pronouns? I have answered this question before on a Q&A on my Instagram. That is that. And then they're all just he's and she's, man, woman. Tall, hot men and short, silly, pretty women. How long did it take for you to decide all of Jace's tattoos? A while. He went through phases. Am I 100% happy with his tattoos right now? Kind of. There's a theme. I tried to have a theme. It's like half ocean, half death, because, you know, I'm scared of the ocean. The ocean is a scary place, so I kind of like portrayed that through his tattoos. And I also just think octopuses are really cool. But he went through a lot of phases. Some of them were like ugly. Some of them were like, oh, I'm gonna give him color tattoos, but no, black ink only, because that stuff looks cool. The octopus and the arrow that he has on the side of his face, those two are the most consistent. He's always had those. And the sink or swim on his knuckles, those are, you know, because I was going for the whole ocean theme. I don't know where the arrow came from. He was an idiot when he was younger, and he got a bunch of face tattoos before getting the rest of his body tattooed because he was angsty and just wanted to piss his mother off. Little lore tidbit for you. So I guess his mind is like sharp as an arrow, so that's why he got an arrow on his face pointing to his brain. No, he was kind of stupid for doing that, but it's fine. The cut here tattoo is obviously a reference from GTA. I have already stated in one of my shorts that as a teenager, I was obsessed with Trevor when GTA came out. He just did something for me, and I wanted to pay homage to him through Jace because they have very similar personalities of being grumpy old guys with daddy issues. Anyway, question for Jace. What makes you happy and what makes you smile? Nothing. Eventually, Keiko makes him happy. Eventually. Even though she makes him angry and sad at first, but it's fine. I would say either Iggy's humor sometimes, if he's like drunk enough, would make him laugh. His dog makes him happy. His dog that's not really his and just a random stray dog that's chained up outside of his apartment. You guys will meet Beast eventually in the comic, but he is an African Mastiff. Big dog. Big dog. Big dog for the big dog. Question for Iggy. If you could have anything in the world, what would it be? A rocket launcher.
I'm just with a rocket launcher.
Oh my god, why is Jay so hot? I know, right? He's fine, because I made him that way. Can Iggy be my husband? He's a loyal man. He's loyal to Amori. You can think whatever you want. Who am I to stop you? Can we have a Seth hate club? Yeah. Hashtag Seth Hayes hate club. Make it trending. Hashtag Seth Hayes hate club. Hashtag cancel Seth Hayes. If Iggy and Jace got in a fight, who would win? That's a good question. Technically speaking, Jace would win because he knows how to fight and he knows how to fight very well. Hand-to-hand combat, he would win. Iggy is the type of guy that does know how to do hand-to-hand combat. He's more of a brute force kind of guy, not necessarily concerned all that much with skill. He also is the type of guy to just pull out a gun and shoot someone. So who would win in a fight between them? If it was hand-to-hand combat, Jace, no contest. But if it wasn't, Iggy. If all of them got in a fight, who would win? Jace. Or Amori. Because if Jace and Amori got into a fight, Amori might win. Because, you know, the bigger they are, the harder they fall. Amori's crazy. Shodi's like a spider monkey. She can like scale anything and like take you out in a second. She's so fast. So by the time Jace is like throwing a punch, she's already like scaling him and like
Fatality!
breaking his jaw. So out of all your OCs, who would throw the biggest party? Iggy. Straight up, Iggy. And that actually happens in Act 1. He throws a birthday party for himself, and it's crazy. If the crew had a big sleepover together, who would fall asleep first, and how would everyone prank each other? Hilo would fall asleep first. He loves sleeping, and he'd be falling asleep all the time. He'd be falling asleep on the job. You guys don't get that reference yet, but you will soon enough. How would everyone prank each other? Iggy would be the kind of person to like start stacking random objects on someone. Keiko would probably put stickers all over them and like draw things on them, but nothing like obscene. Iggy and like Seth would definitely be the thing to be drawing like wieners on people's faces and stuff. Amori would probably be with Keiko with putting stickers and stuff on people. I could also see her being the kind of person to do the like prank where you put like whipped cream in someone's hand and then you tickle their nose and they like smack it on their face. Jace would probably like pour hot sauce in someone's mouth while they're sleeping. For any of them, what is a bad trait that you have? Jace is severely antisocial. He hates everyone except for like 4 people. Keiko, she bites her nails when she's anxious. Iggy, probably like too loud all the time with everything, whether it be talking or like chewing or anything. He's just a very loud, large and in charge person. Amori The fact that she like just tries to kill random people for fun, like for funsies, just to see if she could pull it off and do it. Seth, the fact that he's a narcissist. Kilo, he's very indecisive and he is very much like a follower. What is the dumbest thing you've done? For characters, probably Jace getting his first tattoo as a face tattoo. It's stupid. Iggy being a drug addict. Keiko letting the daddy issues consume her. Amori attempting to kill Iggy when she first met him. Seth, everything he does is stupid. Kilo falling asleep on the job and not paying attention to his surroundings. For your characters, if they could only eat one food for the rest of their lives, what would it be? For Keiko, probably her mom's cooking, like her mom's kimchi fried rice with like a fried egg on top.
So good and tasty.
When I drew that panel out in the comic, I was like, dang, that looks good. I want to like shove my face in that. Jace would probably eat steak. He likes steak. He likes red meat. Likes the juice. Human meat. What? I didn't say that. Did I? No. Iggy, I mean, he's German, so like a good schnitzel and some spätzle. He's also Italian. Ooh, now I'm making myself hungry. It's like chicken parm. Amori would probably eat like ramen. She's a ramen girl. She likes noodles. Seth, probably something really silly like mashed potatoes. Kilo, dirty rice. I would eat dirty rice for the rest of my life if I could. Freaking love dirty rice. Favorite type of soup? Both you and your characters. My favorite soup is tomato. I love tomato soup. Tomato soup is so good. Amori, ramen. Iggy, probably Italian wedding. Seth, chicken noodle soup. Kilo, French onion. Keiko's like, she'll even be fine eating SpaghettiOs or like alphabet soup. Jace and soup. Probably like something stupid like split pea because he's freaking old man coded. Or like cream of mushroom.
There's a mushroom on your shirt. Oh, I'm a failure.
Question for both you and the crew to answer. Anime fan? If so, what's your favorite anime and why? So I don't really watch a lot of anime. Again, I don't know anything about anyone or anything. I live under a rock. And when people say, oh, your characters look like this character from so-and-so, I'm like, I have no idea what that is. My favorite anime is Attack on Titan. That is the only anime that I've watched in its entirety. As for my characters, I don't know. I feel like you guys have a good enough impression of my characters. You can tell me what their favorite animes would be. If your OCs were Pokemon, what types would they be? Okay, we're gonna look this up. Jace would be psychic. Keiko would be, she'd be water because she cries all the time. Amori would either be fire or poison, but like probably poison because she likes poisoning people. Seth would be, I guess electric type. Sure. Kilo, probably steel because he's loyal, but he also like doesn't do anything. Whatever the one that Snorlax is, I don't know what that is, but the sleeping one, he's that. And then Iggy, grass. For obvious reasons. If the crew had to sacrifice someone, who would it be?
Bruh.
Need I say more? So yeah, that is all the questions that I got. I tried to answer them to the best of my ability, even though I live under a rock and suck. That is all I have for today's video. Thank you again for 25,000 subscribers. And actually, thank you for 26,605 subscribers, if we're getting real accurate. I hope you guys are enjoying the comic. I am glad that so far you guys are. I am glad that you guys love my characters as much as I do. Maybe sometimes even more if you like Seth, and if you're a Seth stan, you definitely like him more than me. That is all that I have for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you in the next one. Ciao, ta, toodles!